Hello, hello, hello. A very warm welcome to all our friends, our viewers, our stakeholders, family, of course, to Africa Rise. It is a beautiful Sunday, and here in London, we are beginning to wind down on the warm weather. It's getting really cold. But we will survive. Welcome to Africa Rise with Susan West. And of course, as you join today's broadcast, remember to share this broadcast, create watch parties, invite your friends. And if you haven't followed and liked our page on Facebook, please do so. It is _Susan West. All right, because when you are following and then you know when we go live. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. It is also _Susan West. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, please do well to do that. Well, it is Africa Rise with Susan West. And today our guest is going to be Senator Shehu Sani. Shehu Sani, yes. Shehu Sani has been a long time friend who I haven't seen for a very long time. So I am quite excited to have him on Africa Rise with Susan West. And for those of you who know him, you know who the sort of personality he is. And of course, today we're going to be talking about Nigeria at 60, the truth. What is the truth about Nigeria being 60 years old? I mean, Nigeria is a country that have been polarized over the years. You want to love her, you want to hate her, you have no choice. Nigeria is the country that you have to reckon with. For some reason, we have done a lot of things not so right, but we're still standing. And a lot of Nigerians are quick to say, proudly Nigerian. Are you truly proudly Nigerian? Are you truly proud of what Nigeria represents? Or you're just saying that because you don't have a choice? For me, I am proudly Nigerian. Reason being is because I know that every society have its challenges. Nigeria have her own share of challenges, but why I am proudly Nigerian is because the thing that makes us Nigerian is something to hold in high esteem. We are a great people. We are a people who break boundaries. We are a people who are not afraid to test the waters. We are a people very brave, intelligent, gifted, talented. Very, in every area you go, you will find Nigerians who do exploit. Yet, of course, we are not shying away from the fact that there are people who are Nigerians who have made the name Nigeria not something that we're truly proud of. But for some of us who know who we are, we want to get it right. We want to get it right. We start by talking. We start by opening minds and changing mindsets. We start by educating, informing, and reinvigorating the passion that we have for our country, our continent generally. And so I don't want to keep talking and talking because my guest is ready. Yes, I want to acknowledge Rahina Bello. Greetings. I want to acknowledge Idongesit Upong, early risers. Welcome, and do not forget to send in your comments, your questions if you do have any. And for those of you who are watching from other watch parties, if you want me to be able to take your questions, if you have salient questions that you want me to read out to our guests, please do well to go through our YouTube channel, which is _Susan West, or our page. Then I'll be able to take your comments and questions. In the meantime, I'm going to just bring our guest on. All right. Hello, Senator Shehu.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to see you again. Welcome to Africa Rise with Susan West.
Thank you for having me.
Right. So we'll just begin in earnest. Discuss our discussion today is about Nigeria at 60, the truth. Because there is some there's a level of apathy where people are not excited about October 1 anymore. The reason is because we all know that we have failed in many areas that we had an opportunity to improve on and we didn't. And so a lot of people don't care about when October 1 comes like we used to when we were children. We look forward to seeing October 1st and all the celebrations that come with it. And because we truly believed in that Nigeria. But today, the reality is totally different from what we would like to see. So, Senator Shehu, what is the truth about Nigeria at 60? Why should we celebrate?
Thank you for having me once again. Well, first of all, as a country in the last 60 years, we have achieved in some areas, we have failed in some areas, and there are challenges in some areas. It is important for us to ask ourselves, where did we miss the link? Truly, as you said it, in the past, when we were children, we all looked towards October 1st. It was a time of celebration and appreciation of our country, our achievements, and we see ourselves as one people. Over the years, that spirit is lost. That spirit has diminished.
Mm,
And people don't see themselves as Nigerians. They see themselves as Northerners, Southerners, Muslim, Christians, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo. And this has to do with the gradual disintegration, the
mm,
psychological disintegration among ourselves, the disunity and the divisiveness that has become of our nation in the
yeah.
last 60 or 40 years. If you can remember in the past, people are so appreciative and proud of the national flag, the coat of arms, the national anthems, because they have something to show for their country and say, this is what we have achieved. And for the fact that people go to school freely, people, my daughter is obstructing me here. People go to school freely, and attend hospitals and get all the drugs they need, and they almost houses and each and every he holds the Nigerian passport. But as time goes on, we have a new generation of leaders, people who are into also only uh, accumulate wealth for themselves and their families. So gradually, the nation and the state is becoming distant from the citizen, both physically, psychologically, economically, and also politically. So that created a situation, a vacuum, and then people now withdraw to their ethnic and religious cleavages over the years. And this is where we find ourselves today. We can say that as a nation, despite our challenges, we are not like Sudan that has divided into two, or like other nations that have not been able to. So that if you look at the resources that has accumulated in the coffers of this country in the last 60
Network.
years
The network is breaking up.
and put it entirely with what we call infrastructural and human.
We lost him right there. I believe he's going to try to hook on again, and when he does come back, it will be hopefully it will be a better network. So far, so good. Um, Senator Shehu is just telling us about why the apathy, why people are not patriotic. A patriotic feeling doesn't exist anymore like it was when we were younger. And as he was enumerating the reasons, we we lost him there. So we're gonna try to hook up with him once again. Network, Nigerian network. Please stay with us. Stay with us. Send in your comments and questions. What for you people watching? What are your moments as a Nigerian that you have or you think will make you want to celebrate Nigeria at 60? What is your truth about Nigeria? Send it in. What is your truth? What is your reality about being a Nigerian? Because as we speak today, we have a country whose leadership have done nothing to unify us, in the sense that when there are issues, they haven't come out to take the responsibility to explain and make everyone feel warm and welcome at home. And so we have the Oduduwa crying to leave Nigeria now. We have the Biafra, they've been fighting forever to leave. And it's, as the day go on, it's beginning to look and feel as though that is a possibility. So I'm just going to message Senator Shehu to come back. Yes. So what is your Nigeria? Nigeria at 60. Should we be celebrating Nigeria at 60? What are the reasons, if you want to celebrate, that you should be celebrating? Yeah, he's just messaged me. So please send in your comments. You don't get seat. I see, yeah, quite a rainy day over here, he says. African Mystery says, greetings, Mama Africa. I am humbled to be called Mama Africa. Very humbled. So in the meantime, please stay, and Senator Shehu will try to connect back with us on the program. This is what we're talking about. We are unable to have good network connection from Nigeria, and there are other African countries on the continent of Africa who, when you have guests from those places, we don't have these issues. So I see you. I see Real Obara Anyadike, Emenike, Osaro Okerewa. I see you guys. And so Senator Shehu is trying to join the broadcast again. And when he does join, when he succeeds in joining, he will continue from where he stopped. Sorry, I'm just messaging him. Yes, so what are your moments as a Nigerian that makes you want to celebrate Nigeria at 60? One of the questions I want to throw out to the viewers is, if Nigeria was a person, if Nigeria was a human being, would you judge Nigeria as wise or foolish? If Nigeria were a person at 60, would you judge Nigeria as wise or foolish? Whatever your answers are, please give reasons. Keep the comments coming in whilst we wait for Senator Shehu to come back. Please keep the comments coming in. It's quite a shame that every time we do this, we have to deal with this as far as Nigeria goes. So today I read in the papers that the labor union have threatened to go on a strike from tomorrow, 28th of September. Reason is because they want the Buhari's administration to revert to the old pump price, petrol pump price, because it is quite unfair at a time where people are grappling, yeah, people are grappling, trying to make ends meet with the coronavirus COVID-19 lockdown. I can see our guest is back, and all these people have to do is say they're going to take up the pump price. So, Senator, welcome back. Can you please continue from where you stopped? Can you hear me?
Like I was saying, in the past, people have a lot to show that this is what their country has been able to do for them. Yes, I can hear you. Can
Go
you hear
ahead.
me?
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Oh, Lord. I can hear him messaging. So, unfortunately, these are the things we're talking about. Nigeria is one of the countries that data is most expensive. But Nigeria is the country where you don't get value for your money. I mean, people spend a lot of money buying data, yet as much as they charge so much for data consumption, they're unable to give Nigerians quality connectivity, which is a crime as far as I know, because in America it is so cheap to get data. In the UK compared to Nigeria, it is quite affordable. Nigerians are doing well, able to buy the data, but not getting their money's worth. I'm going to take a little read whilst we wait to see the senator rejoin. Ryan D, watching from Facebook, says Nigeria has become an offense to the spirit of many who help her. Today, there is no sense in calling Nigeria your country. Clearly, the leadership of this country has deliberately succeeded in killing the country. So I see nothing to celebrate. I feel you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. I mean, look at the situation we have where the labor union want to go on strike and they are told by the police boss that they're going to, the law is going to take its course. What is the law concerning going on strike if you're not treated well as a labor union? What is the law? I don't understand. Maybe when Senator Shehu is able to rejoin, he will be able to explain some of these things. I want to understand what the law means to the head of the Nigerian Police Service if you're going to threaten the labor union that if they went on strike, the law is going to take its course. What is the law concerning this? I have a few friends here who are barristers and lawyers in Nigeria, but most times they like to watch quietly. Please do well as I'm talking to help me translate or interpret or explain to me and the rest of the viewers what the law is concerning why the labor union shouldn't go on strike in protest to the fuel pump hike. Welcome, Happiness Abuola. I see you. More blessings, Susie, she says. And Ryan D says again, obviously, a very foolish person it will be, referring to Nigeria. The question is, if Nigeria were a person, how would you judge her at 60? Will she be wise or foolish? And so to that question, Ryan D says, obviously, a very foolish person it will be. This is because it has remained on the path of destruction back to back, with no significant attempt to do better. Nigeria has become a ridicule to the world, and unfortunately, everyone outside Nigeria knows this except Nigerians themselves. Wow, that's heavy. That's really heavy. I can see the senator is trying to join again. Oh, hopefully we're able to get something out of you today before the network. One of the things we're talking about is how Nigerians are made to pay so much to get data and yet cannot find value for their money. So you were going on about the reason why there's apathy or why people are not excited about celebrating Nigeria at 60. I want to bring to your I want to ask you though, by tomorrow morning there's supposed to be some kind of strike organized by the labor union protesting the pump price at the petrol station because it is unfair on the citizenry, you know. So basically, what kind of a country are we running? There was COVID-19 that locked everyone down for months. And then we come back. Nigeria is not a welfare state where the government have done anything to care for their people during this lockdown. Some politicians and celebrities were able to provide certain things for certain few groups of people, you know, but the government as a whole said they were doing stuff that no one could actually put a finger on. As far as we're concerned, the ordinary people, the monies were taken back into the private pockets of certain individuals. And then the police boss says that the law will take its course. And I'm imagining, what is the law concerning the labor union wanting to go on strike to protest the fuel hike?
Well, what you need to understand is that the constitution of the country guarantees every citizen the right to assemble and to protest. And there's nowhere in the national laws where it is said that you need to get a police permit or government permit before you protest. But it is important that you inform them for the purpose of providing security for you. So what the police are saying is against the constitution of the country, is an attempt to violate the fundamental rights of citizens, that is the right to assemble and to protest. And this has been the case each time the government wants to stop protest. They either resort to going to sponsoring groups to file actions in court or threaten people with the use of the police or the army. But I do not think that will work. The Nigerian workers are very much prepared for tomorrow's strike. And this includes all the affiliates of labor groups, student organizations, the banking, the railway workers, minings are all going to come out and protest tomorrow.
Right. You were when you first started talking, you talked about the disunity, this integration. You made mention of certain things why Nigerians are not excited about celebrating Nigeria at 60. I want to ask you though, with the recent talks about Oduduwa nation, the Yorubas are now, beginning to be more vocal as far as having their own country. And then you have the Biafra, which has been going on forever. And as the day go on, it's beginning to look as though Biafra is going to see the light of day. Do you think Nigeria will stand in a couple of years from now? Can you hear me? Oh yeah, please stay, please stay. Don't run away. We will deal with this. He will try to reconnect and we will get through with today's broadcast. All right. So I'm just going to take a little bit more read as we wait to see him join again. So Glory Grace Shannon says, yet again, today's topic is sensitive. Let's hope technology network favors us. Hopefully, I'm hoping. And Don Picasso says, there's nothing to celebrate at 60. On the issue of NLC, trying to do is to do trying to do is appeasement of tyranny, which is undemocratic and mitigates against true democratic ideals. Totally. Just like Senator Shehu said, this is what they're doing is unconstitutional. The only reason you're asked to make notify the police that you're going to go on a protest is for security reasons and security for your own sake. But they're beginning to do these things where they want to oppress us because, funny enough, all these people, I don't think they love the Nigeria they live in. It's just fear because someone has placed you in a position of authority. He is the piper, the one who plays the tune, and yours is to dance accordingly. Unfortunately, we have to grow beyond this Nigeria. So Chinonso Remigu says Shehu Sani, a revolutionary leader. When he's back on, I will take that comment again because we need to encourage people who are able to stand out in an undemocratic environment, in an environment where they want to suppress truth. Anyone who has the guts to stand against the powers that be or able to speak up should be celebrated. Those are the people we celebrate, not the people who take our commonwealth and look like they are successful in life and oppress us with the commonwealth doing frivolities. These are the people we should celebrate. So, I mean, I will tell you though, I have loved Nigeria all my life. That is so difficult to dissociate myself from Nigeria. But the truth remains, Nigeria is like a big baby. Senator is back. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so it is the threat by the police is not going to stop anything because there have been a lot of opportunities, platform and channels for dialogue and negotiations between the civil society, labor, and the government, and that has failed. What is this protest about? This protest is about the high cost of living that has been caused by the increase in pump price of petroleum product and also the increase in electricity tariff. Now, what brought about all these things here? When this government came into office in 2015, they promised to revamp the refineries at the same time build new ones. That has not been done. And they came into power with the promise to end the subsidy regime as far as the petroleum products are concerned. That has also not been done. A lot of billions of naira, which results in hundreds of millions of dollars, were spent in subsidizing petroleum products. The refineries have not worked for the last 5 years, and we keep on importing. The most ridiculous aspect of it is even importing petroleum products from Niger Republic, which is just a country that has discovered oil in 2011 and have built refineries within 3 years. And now you ask yourself, Nigeria exports 2.5 million barrels of crude oil per day. And our daily consumption of oil within per day is about 400,000 PMS per day. So if we have even 2 functional refineries, they can even take care of our domestic need, which we refuse. And so we reach a point today, you are withdrawing subsidy and your refineries are in comatose stage for the last 5 years, and then you are jacking up prices. As for the electricity, the distribution system was privatized under the last administration. And the privatization promise was that if those electricity distribution sector.
Well, this is what we're talking about. Just stay. We will get through this. We will get through this.
We are saying that the government has failed in its pledges and promises. And the increase in pump price of petroleum product and the rise in tariff for electricity is not something which we are going to tolerate.
Right. I did ask you before your network went off. I did ask you. All right, we're playing Mickey Mouse now with the network, but we will get through this. Once I see that he's back on and showing, I will bring him back on screen. So yes, before the senator came back, I was talking about my Nigeria, my experience as a Nigerian. I will tell you though, we have had generations, decades of deterioration in our economy, in our social life, in everything that we do as Nigerians. But it was never this bad until 2015, when this current government, sitting government, came to power. So we have never been in a place where we actually really thought that Nigeria was going to break up. But the current times, the tides of these times do actually begin to make some of us wonder if Nigeria will still be a country in a couple of years from now. Because there is only so much you can give in a land where there is no equity and justice. There is only so much people can take. No matter how weak a person is, you keep pushing them and pushing them to the wall. As long as they breathe, they will fight back. There will be a pushback. And I'm beginning to feel that we have gotten to that point where slowly there will be some kind of boomerang. And we don't know which way it's going to go. So when the senator is able to rejoin, I would like for him to react as someone from. I'd like to hear his thoughts on what he thinks about the standing of Nigeria in a couple of years, if it's true, if he still thinks that Nigeria is salvageable. I smile when I say these things, but it's not because it's funny. It's not funny. It's the fear that I feel on the inside when I think about these things, because I want to be Nigerian most of the time. I have fought to be Nigerian. Yes. I know a lot of us have run away for different reasons. I have not left Nigeria because I am ashamed to be Nigerian. No. But what can we do to make sure that we leave a better Nigeria for our children, for our children's children? And if for any reason Nigeria cannot stand, is it possible? Is it possible that we can do it in a way that doesn't cost us lives and property? Is that possible? Having in mind that there are external factors that make Nigeria want to fail. But regardless of what the external factors are, if Nigeria does not have culprits within herself who are willing to compromise, who are willing to sabotage herself with the external factor, then we won't be talking about what we're talking about today. So keep the comments coming in as we wait for Senator Shehu to return. And the question I did throw out there is, if Nigeria was a person, would you judge her foolish or wise? And I've read from one of our friends who called her foolish and stated the reasons why. Happiness Agola says Nigeria is so brain drained. At 60, Nigeria can't boast of real independence or democracy. And there's a long one from Glory Gresham. She says the sole reality of Nigeria at 60 covers all facets, from the underdevelopment of all sectors to lack of standardization of products and services, not to mention insecurity, insurgencies, nepotism, and religion, has separated our once harmonious, peaceful cohabitation. Intermarriages have become doubtful, we're threatened and we are threatened and undermined by global counterparts. It is a struggle staying alive and thriving to prosper. I truly wonder the nation the younger blood will meet. As patriots, there's still more coming. Absolutely well encapsulated. Very well encapsulated. Unfortunately, I will be doing a little bit of analyzing some of the things you say. Well, not unfortunately in the sense that our guest is still struggling to come back. And in the meantime, I will just talk while you send in your comments. And this is just to let us know that throughout this week, as we begin, I will be doing a daily broadcast on Nigeria at 60 until the 1st of October. And tomorrow we're going to be having children's session. We want young Nigerians who live on the continent, who live outside the continent of Nigeria, to come and talk to us. We want to explore their minds and see how their minds work and understand what they feel about Nigeria. So tomorrow's broadcast is going to be children's special broadcast. So please do join us tomorrow. Having said that, we're still waiting to have Senator Shehu. Yes, so Don Picasso says, it is fascinating to be a Nigerian. However, obviously frustrating with the way the nation stands today. Nigeria should have tried as much to starve the terrorists of the oxygen of publicity on which they depend and thrive upon. Yes, I agree. Like I was saying before Senator Shehu was able to join again, when they push and push and push and push the people to the wall, when you have nothing to lose anymore, then what happens? There is a saying that he who is down fears no fall. So as much as they think they can intimidate us, as much as they think we're such cowardly people, we will wait and let the moments pass. And until the next drama begins, a time will come when the people will say enough is enough. And whether or not we understand the power that Nigeria holds on the continent of Africa, the moment Nigeria gets it right, the rest of Africa will follow. The rest of Africa struggling to catch up will follow. That's the truth. And if for any reason Nigeria fails, maybe it's going to be for the better. Who knows? Yes, Empress, I see you. Yes, Don Picasso is absolutely right. So we're still trying to see how Senator Shehu is able to join us again. And he hasn't been able to come back. What a shame. But we will keep trying. Send in your comments, send in your feedback, send in your questions when he does, if you have questions for the guest, when he does come back. So if Nigeria was a person, would you judge her to be wise or foolish at the age of 60? I mean, we used to look at 60-year-old people as full of wisdom. They're gray. They're full of wisdom. They're full of understanding. Will that be said of Nigeria? Can that be said of Nigeria? I really doubt. Yes, and Glory Grace Shannon says, if Nigeria were a person, I'd judge her helpless, not wise, as she's not grown as expected, and neither foolish because she still needs selfless leaders and dauntless followers to keep her afloat. Then we can talk about being the giant that we once were. I know the feeling you have, Glory, Grace Shannon. I know that feeling. I kind of have that feeling as well. where I don't want to absolutely call her outrightly foolish, yet I know she hasn't been wise, referring to Nigeria. Why? Because it only took 60 years and COVID-19 to absolutely open our eyes as ordinary people to see the decay of what we by ourselves with our own hands fanned into being by celebrating mediocrity, by celebrating people who are not supposed to be role models in a society such as ours. And by so doing, we we made it a perk. We made it a perk for people who mean no well for Nigeria to want to hustle and hold public offices. What happened to us? Once upon a time, it did not matter if you're a Christian or a Muslim. When Salah came, we all celebrated Salah, even as Christians. And we look forward to our neighbors who are Muslims to give us meat. You know, what happened to those days? Why did we allow such inept leadership to take over the reins of our affairs in our country, Nigeria? How did we get ourselves to this place where you almost feel ashamed to proclaim yourself as just? If you do things right, people call you foolish. They call you mugu. Try to do things right, they call you mugu. That is how we got ourselves here. Mindset change is what we need. And then we will get up and take action. We will hold people in positions of authority accountable somehow. Give me a moment and I will put a call through to the senator and see if he's going to join us. Yes. We're still waiting for you to rejoin, Senator. The network is terrible. Yes, just try and join again. Right. Right. And then we have a few more minutes. There is a pertinent question I need him to respond to, and that is the unity of Nigeria. As a northern person, as a northern senator, I can call him an elite, even though he's a different breed of an elite. Yes. So we have about 18 more minutes before we call it a day, Senator. So please go ahead and respond. One question I want to ask you, though, is when the Oduduwa says they want their own state and the Biafra wants their own state, do you think that Nigeria have a chance to survive a few more years as a country? I hope you heard my question. This is terrible. If we could get him to respond to this question, we will call it a day on this broadcast today. Did you hear my question?
Though your question has been breaking up, but I think you are talking about groups and individuals that have been agitating for the dismembering of the country. And they are... Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I got your question.
Yes. Go ahead. Respond.
So what I'm saying is that the agitation for the breakup of Nigeria by some groups is challenging, of course. And these are some of the challenges we face as a country in the last 20 years since the return of democratic rule. But I believe that as we move on as a country, if we can rebuild our institutions that are broken and have a government that truly cares for Nigerians, in terms of its policies and programs, and the respect for rule of law and the constitution of the country, we can at least address some of these grievances. Why people think of breaking up the country is simply for the fact that some sections of the country feel that they have been consistently and patently marginalized and alienated, and they have been treated as second-class citizens, and that they don't see their future within the enterprise called Nigeria. So it's possible that we can reverse the thinking of those who want to break away from Nigeria if you can have a genuinely democratic government that will be committed and dedicated to the service of Nigeria, and that will entrench social justice and restore peace and order in the country. We can reverse this trend. But as long as things continue on this line, we will continue to see these groups rising, not just rising, but getting more recruits and getting more people to believe in the cause that they are engaged in.
As a northern elite, as a political elite, even though you stand in a class of your own as a Nigerian politician, how do you think that this can be reversed? It is true that
Well,
equity and justice served on everyone's plate is the way, but how do you think that's going to happen with the realities that we know?
well, if we
Today's broadcast has been a battle, which we're going to win. I'm going to try. I hope that. Not again. Just one more time, and then he will respond to our question. And I think we will call it a day because we would have had just enough. Please try. One moment. Yes, so I'm going to take a quick read again. And I have Twinkle Oruwari saying hello. And I have Ebiere Joseph Akumo says, thanks, Susan, for having our distinguished Senator Shehu Sani. Nigeria at 60 must have garnered the strength to move on. Nigeria, we must understand, has her own fertility and conception problems, which was not well attended to by the midwife. So here we are, just hoping and praying that a miracle happens. Miracles do happen.
Which stock do you want to find?
Miracles do happen. But I will tell you, though, that having grown up, even as a Christian, I've come to understand the miracles do happen only after certain actions have been taken. Certain procedures do have to happen, and then we will then expect a miracle. But you see, we must stop misunderstanding the idea of manna falling from the sky. Yes, the senator is trying to come back, and he is back. One more try, and hopefully we can call it a day with you, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
So can I continue?
Yes.
All right. What I'm saying is that it's possible to reverse the trend of agitation for the breakup of Nigeria. If we can have a generation of leaders that are committed and dedicated to the national cause, people who will see themselves as Nigerians and are there to serve Nigeria. But as long as you have some parts of the country marginalized and some people are being elevated on the basis of coming from one section of the country or another, and there are privileges being accorded to some people who come from a certain section of the country, you will continue to have this kind of agitation. But it is possible to reverse the trend if we can have a generation, a new crop of leaders that truly will be in the seat of power to serve Nigeria and are dedicated to Nigeria. This kind of thing can be reversed. But it is a fact that Nigerians now are more divided than they have ever been in the history of this country. And this has to do with a number of factors. And these are factors that need to be addressed. We need to address the issue of marginalization. We need to address the issue of social injustice. We need to address the issue of corruption and the pervasive insecurity in the country. And most importantly, there is the need for the country to restructure. This will help in strengthening the pillar and the beams of the Nigerian state.
Absolutely. Restructuring for me, I think, is the way to go. If we will even try to salvage the situation. That is not to say, I'm going to take a quick question from Don Picasso, who's watching from Facebook. He says, Senator Sani, how would you rate the government of the day in Nigeria? And what's your opinion on how to salvage Nigeria back to its former African giant status, which you've already said. But the first part of the question is, how would you rate the government of the day in Nigeria? Did you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Should we try to bring him back one more time and let him give us his parting words? This is such a shame. It is such a shame that we have to keep dealing with this every day. We have a guest from Nigeria. Okay, one more. Please send in your comments and contributions as I try to get him back on. Yes. Very good question. Yes. Yes. How he is a senator, a Nigerian politician who is truly in tune with his conscience, and therefore he's able to speak what the truth is, as opposed to the rest of the people who always want to be politically correct. You know, we want to live a better Nigeria than we've met. For some of us, we met it better. It kept getting worse and worse and worse. So we want to live in Nigeria, at least in Nigeria, like the one we met, we were born into. You know, with for the millennials, I'm not even sure what kind of Nigeria. I can't remember what kind of a Nigeria they met, but it's never been this bad. I can absolutely say that. It's never been this bad. So this is Nigeria at 60, The Truth, with Senator Shehu Sani. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. And when you do, please press the bell button. On Facebook, our Facebook page is _Susan West. Like and follow our page. The same goes. When you are following and you've liked the page, you will be notified when we do go live. Follow us on Instagram as well. And we will try to see if Senator Shehu can come on one more time. Otherwise, we will call it a day as soon as the hour is up. I will take another read from Glory Grace Shannon. Says, well done to you both, guest and anchor, for your patience in trying to hook up back onto network. breakages in transmission can be frustrating and annoying. Sorry and thanks. Thank you, Glory. Thank you. And yes, her Empress Ebere, one more try, maybe. We are trying, yes. Right. Chinonso is asking where Senator Shehu is. He was here just a moment ago, but the network isn't playing because he's talking to us from the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, Abuja. And I'm just going to, Randy says, it seems to me that Nigerians have completely forgotten about the manifesto upon which this government rode on to be here today. It clearly shows they had it in mind to deliberately deceive the Nigerian people. The fact is supported by their negative body language. The fact is supported by their body language, because that's how we talk in Nigeria. We always have to end with O and A, right? Or fa, depending what language you speak. Yes, so Nigeria at 60. The truth is Nigeria still does exist as a country, as a nation. The truth is there are certain people who are calling to secede from present-day Nigeria, i.e. the Oduduwas and the Biafrans. The truth is majority of Nigerians want to have Nigeria stay and remain Nigeria because as Nigerians, there's a certain pride that comes with it. And we cannot begin to imagine ourselves not as Nigerians. The truth is the government of the day have failed the people. The truth is the government of the day have been very divisive and unable to bring us together as a people, regardless of tribes, ethnicity, or religion. The truth is that the socioeconomic situation of Nigeria have been that of inequality. The truth is people who are not supposed to be holding public offices are the ones in most cases holding public offices. The truth is the people in public offices are not patriotic people, are not enlightened enough, are not educated enough. The truth is majority of the people that hold public offices are people who have no integrity. And therefore, we cannot expect to have what comes out of them to be something that is different from what lives and resides in them. The truth is, as ordinary Nigerians, we have failed ourselves to stand up for ourselves by always thinking that the next person will take the responsibility of saying something or doing something or taking action. The truth is that we are a society highly religious, yet we have failed. We have failed in making sure that that unique African culture that kept us as a society to hold each other accountable does not exist anymore. The truth is, we are raising a generation of people who are ill-informed. We are raising a generation of children who don't understand the Nigerian situation. The truth is, we were built on a false foundation that is truly shaken. And the truth is that until we take action and until we come to the point of understanding as individuals that it is in our hands to salvage Nigeria, that we will collapse. The truth is we have prayed and prayed and prayed enough. We're not going to stop praying, but we will rise up. We will take action if you want to see a Nigeria tomorrow. The truth is the people who are asking to have their own state have the right to do so. The truth is they might succeed. The truth is we are not sure the price we're going to pay. The truth is we still have an opportunity to salvage and save Nigeria. But until truth and equity reigns, none of this will come to fruition. We must become a society that serves everyone equal opportunity, serves everyone equal opportunity regardless of where you come from, what language you speak, and what religion you practice. And of course, also regardless of whether you're a man or woman. The truth is, we are a society that must learn to appreciate the women folk in our midst and understanding the power that women carry. And that's where the men have failed, the women can truly actually succeed in salvaging because we are naturally carers. And so, on that note, I cannot see our guest coming back anytime soon. I can tell his network is terribly, it's terrible because the messages I have sent haven't even yet delivered. I'm going to take a short read and I will be calling it a day on Africa Rise with Susan West. Right. Chinonso Remigus says, interview Bishop Joshua Maponga. Yes, I've been chatting with Joshua Maponga, and I do hope that soon he will have time for us on Africa Rise. Yes, I have messaged him. I've got his contact, and I've been messaging him. He's just not ready to be with us on Africa Rise. When he does have time for us, I will have Joshua Maponga. That is one of the people I've been looking forward to having on the program. And Ebiere says, yes, the truth is the people who are holding public offices have no business absolutely being there. Don Picasso says there are three kinds of lies in Nigeria: a small lie, a big lie, and a Nigerian politician. And they're lying politics. And so Joseph Ebiere says, brilliant notes to close with. Well done, and more grace to Africa Rise with Susan West. Thank you so very much. For everyone who stayed with us, who stuck with us, I say a very big thank you. I cannot see you, but I can see some of your names and your comments. I love you. I love you very much as a Nigerian. I love you very much as an African. And I love you very much as a human being. Please stick with us. Support this program. One of the things I will be announcing as we're going into the week is Africa Rise want to make a difference. One of the ways we want to make a difference is to make sure that we galvanize the trickles in helping families who are unable to send their children to school since COVID-19 came. Some of them, I have a few friends who have told me about what they're doing so far in schooling other people's children in certain parts in Nigeria. For example, I have a friend who's put some kids on scholarship in Bonny Island. And so on Africa Rise, one of the things we want to begin to do is to see how your little contributions, which we are going to be absolutely transparent about, we will make sure that we create a conduit where we can donate and publicly state how much we have been able to raise, and we can begin our part by sponsoring children through school, primary and secondary school. So please do make sure you keep abreast with the program as we go on. And when we do open the lines and the opportunities to donate for this children's education, please do so. No amount is too small. On that note, please allow me to say thank you very much and God bless you. All right. See you again tomorrow at 6 p.m. with the children on Africa Rise with Susan West. Take care and God bless.